from today, Boston voters are going to be choosing the city's next mayor.
And tomorrow, the two candidates will face off in their first debate, and it's right here on WBZ and CBSN Boston. Tonight, our political analyst John Keller shows us the state of the race right now and speaks with both candidates.
Our next mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu.
For Michelle Wu and Annissa Essaibi George, the 4 weeks since they made the runoff have been a crush of nitty-gritty campaigning. Essaibi George has expanded her support with labor unions and focused on courting voters in parts of the city where she needs to do better, while Wu has mixed handshaking with big-name endorsements, piling up a hefty fundraising lead. Money and endorsements are great. You'd rather have them than not have them. But for the tens of thousands of voters who either didn't show up in the preliminary or who voted for candidates other than Wu and Essaibi George, Wednesday night's debate right here in the WBZ studios should provide a moment of clarity. And today, we asked both candidates to preview what they have in mind for their first broadcast encounter.
I want them to see someone who is passionate about this city, who is looking forward to leading this city in partnership with each and every one of them.
We're bringing a focus on the track record, experience, and bold vision that Boston needs in this moment. One that centers on just how big the challenges are, but the power we have in city government to get things done.
I think they're going to see a very clear contrast for me, demonstrating my ability to actually do this work. And I have, not just plans for the work, but a demonstrated ability to get the work done.
Councilor Essaibi George and I have known each other for a long time. We've served together. We have been in many, many conversations across our city. And so we each bring a lot to the table, and I'm looking forward to getting into the details.
John in now. And John, it's interesting because neither of these candidates have been in a high-stakes TV debate before. So what do you expect to see tomorrow?
Well, you never know for sure, David, but Wu drew 10,000 votes more than Essaibi George in the preliminary, topped the at-large council ticket the last two times she ran, and is perceived as the front-runner. So that gives Essaibi George every incentive to be on offense tomorrow night. And she told me today she plans to, quote, bring her A game. But the debate is also important for Michelle Wu. It'll be her first prolonged exposure to some voters, and I fully expect her to give as good as she gets. I just know one thing, David. We'll be ready with some questions they haven't dealt with in public before, many of them offered up by you, the viewers.
And there's the overall nervousness of meeting John Keller in person, so we have to look out for that as well.
I'm the one that's nervous. Come on.
John, we'll see you later. Thank you. Join us tomorrow night for that debate between Annissa Essaibi George and Michelle Wu. It all starts at 7 o'clock on WBZ. Then it continues at 7:30 on CBSN Boston.
And even before we know